Welcome to our show.
Hack and slash the planet.
Hack the planet.
Hello and welcome to our show. Today we're talking about Borderlands and the Breakfast Club. Borderlands had the beauty of that wonderful parallel between possibly getting an overpowered weapon, but probably getting a great weapon. It was the first of its kind with a shooter-looter concept that would later grow to be abused by other games. Now, it's been a while, so I had to go back and double check. But I did. Other than DLCs, Borderlands did not have any pay-to-play and microtransactions. Try to embrace that moment before gaming turned into garbage. As we're going to get into the realm of pay-to-play, or more specifically, pay-to-play console games. This all began in 2006 when Bethesda Games offered $2.50 horse armor for their Elder Scrolls installment Oblivion. No, I'm not joking. Now, I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan, but even I wouldn't pay $2.50 for horse armor. Now, as funny as that was, it did open Pandora's box. And many years later, in 2009, FIFA Games and EA Sports would follow this formula to great applause. Do you ever ask yourself the question, why does every game have to be online? Well, when you make $4 billion in pay-to-play and microtransactions, then you're going to see a lot more games online. Pay-to-play creeping into video games is really a sad, sad story. You hear about people who ruined their entire lives because of the gambling aspects that come along with pay-to-play video games. And the first time these video games were implemented with these features, there was a simple button. Literally, you could just push the button. Want that sweet, sweet upgrade for your little character? Push the button. Do you want that huge BFG? Push the button. Do you want that upgrade skin that's just a little raunchy? Push the button. Kids that gain entrance into their parents' credit cards? Push the button. This would literally be given the term gacha games, which came from Japan, from little tiny gacha machines where you can put a quarter in and get, well, literally anything. Anyway, gacha games are now taking over the market. And game publishers are going to continue to make them, as long as you push the button. The closer that video games blend in with gambling, the further away we get from the real reason we're doing this. The real reason we're sitting down and having these adventures. When you're playing Final Fantasy, and you're trying to save up enough money to buy a silver sword, it's grinding, it's hard, but it's also immersing yourself in that world. And I think that is the biggest problem with modern games that I have found all across the board, is when everything is an expense and a skin and a charge, you really get away from the escapism. At what point are you just plugging in data to a computer to watch the cutscene?
Give it a try. Press that button.
In 2012, Borderlands came out with a sequel and the fans loved it. To this day, it is the most popular Borderlands game. This is the fan favorite in the series because of the villain Handsome Jack, and I'm here to agree. It was within this moment that I was watching The Breakfast Club and it dawned on me. This is the perfect casting for Borderlands. Richard Vernon would make a perfect Handsome Jack. Molly Ringwald would be a dead ringer for Lilith. She had even just come off of an action movie that I love called Space Hunter. I even took some time to sit down and think about how the trailer for this would go.
I'm a man of respect around here. They love me around here. I'm a swell guy. That's right.
See, I'm gonna show you just how much you have to lose, and I got the most powerful siren on the planet to do it with.
You threatening me?
What are you gonna do about it?
A naked blonde walks into a bar with a poodle under one arm and a 2-foot salami under the other.
Why don't you just shut up?
Language.
She lays the poodle on the table. Bartender says, I suppose you won't be needing a drink.
She's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
You don't look at her. You don't even think about her. You understand me?
Naked lady says,
I'm the conductor of the poop train!
What the hell? Is that a psycho?
What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in
Oh
my...
God, she's armed with a Molly 1 SMG. She's a vault hunter.
Dude, ew.
In my office, and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
Watch your tongue, young man. Watch it.
Executing phase shift.
I could just imagine the cast of The Breakfast Club in this movie purchasing their new upgrades. Molly Ringwald's character pulling out the wallet for that one upgrade she's gotta have.
Now, press that button.
Let's take a look at the casting to the new movie Borderlands, just for a second. I don't like to get into modern things, but I have to tell you, the casting for the Borderlands was quite a head-scratcher. I don't see this lining up. I'm sorry, you're not making a film about the new games, you're making a film about the old games. And then I started to think, if I was going to sit down and make a film about the old games, who would I choose? Who would I pick? Would I be that picky about which Borderlands they fell in? Well, to be quite honest with you, I'd make sure it was either Borderlands 1 or 2. For those of you out there that wanted to play the first 2 Borderlands games so you can watch the movie and understand what's going on, don't. For anyone out there that wants to play an exciting video game and escape from the world that they're in, day out, go download Borderlands. Download the re-release of the original game and play it. Play it without mods or skins. Just play the game, or just watch it online. Have passion in the things that you do. There's not enough time on this planet for you to waste shoveling your money to a gaming company that's just putting out a shell of a game so that they can sell you a bunch of different colored skins.
This is it. We don't have a lot of time. I'll explain everything. Just press that button.
If you haven't seen The Breakfast Club, I recommend sitting down and giving it a watch. The Breakfast Club is going to leave you with a sense of humanity when you walk away. It resonated with an entire generation of people that just wanted to expel, that just wanted to sound out their frustrations and emotions. Maybe there's a summarized way of saying that the simplicity of the movie Breakfast Club can also be found in video games. I heard that during the making of The Breakfast Club, they got together and did a viewing, and all of the movie producers said, this is boring, it's just a bunch of kids complaining. Well, the movie took the aspect of letting kids vent, letting kids say how they felt. I wonder if this movie was made nowadays. Would kids complain about pay to play? Would kids complain about gacha games? I don't know, maybe. But just remember this, if every single time you're sitting down to play a video game, you've got to pull out your credit card, something is wrong.
Excuse me, sir. Can you break this?
I will not be made a fool of.
Remember, hacking is more than just a crime. It's a survival trait.